How's it going? I'm James with OnlineCarShow. Today we're going to be looking at detailing the interior of your car. So without hesitation, let's get this video started.
Oh man, I will never forgive your ass for this shit. This is some fucked up, repugnant shit.
So this video is going to be about cleaning the interior of your car. If you're not familiar, I'm hosting a series on car detailing. These videos are built for people that are looking at showing their cars in car shows, or just everyday people just looking to, you know, clean their daily driver. In this video, we're going to look at cleaning the plastic, the leather, shining, and getting some of the crap out of the little nooks and crannies. So let's go ahead and get to step one and get the car vacuumed. All right, to start off the interior detailing, first step is just going to be to get all your loose items out of the car. Check under the seats and some lighters sticking out of the back. You know, take all your loose items, your personal items out. You're going to need to vacuum and clean, so they're going to be in the way. Also, you want to go ahead and take out your floor mats at this stage, and any kind of cup holder, cushions, and stuff like that that you might have in the car. Alright, well, the first step I use to clean the interior, the first step I do, and I actually do this before I wash the car even, and then I come back to the interior, is we're just going to lay a yoga mat or underhood mat right there on the door, because of the fact I use a tubed vacuum, and this way it won't scratch our paint, our door panels, and so forth. Now I'm going to fast forward through this part, but I just want to show you, you can pick up a vacuum that works really good even from like a bucket head vacuum at Home Depot, which is what I use here. I'm not going to bore you all with hearing the vacuum running. I know that's kind of an annoying sound, so we're going to fast forward through this part. Alright, we got the front pretty well vacuumed. Now we're going to move on to the back, and the other side, and the other side back. Go ahead and get her all vacuumed up. Then we're going to move on to the floor mats. Now we're going to go ahead and vacuum out the floor mats. Alright, now that we got everything vacuumed out, this would be the good time to, you know, go ahead and shampoo the carpet if you're going to. If not, you do want to go ahead and vacuum all the cracks in your seat, and you go ahead and vacuum out your cup holder. Make sure you repeat this step on the other side. I also use the vacuum on my gear shifter because it's a leather boot, to get any built up dirt in there out. You can use the vacuum in any crack that's got some dirt, sand, whatever. Make sure you get the back seat too. Alright, we're going to start the next step by taking some leather interior cleaner, or whatever you got, some interior cleaner, and cleaning all. Start with the leather because we're going to shine it first, or conditioner it first. So go ahead and clean all the leather in the car. Scrub it with the microfiber towel. Make sure you push it in good. Get all that armor all, or whatever you have on it, off. Any kind of dirt, grime, that's what will ruin the leather over time. We don't want to do that step on the Alcantara yet. I'll show you how to do that if you have Alcantara SUEDE. And by the way, Lethal Camaro has a great video on deep cleaning your Alcantara. I'm just going to show you just a basic general clean off for it. But if you want a full, you're getting, you know, the built up dirt and grime where it's lost its suede look and more has a pressed leather look, he's got a great video on deep cleaning it that I haven't tried yet, but it looks like it works awesome. So, all right, we'll skip ahead, but make sure you go ahead and cover all your leather in this step. And I went ahead and cleaned the dash as you saw, but wipe off all the leather pieces on the door, the hard leather on the center console. This is basically soaping your leather and getting any kind of grime and skin oil and all that off the leather. And you want to go ahead and do it to the seats where the hard leather is. Make sure you do the whole car, get all the leather cleaned up, and then we'll move on to conditioning. Alright, for your conditioner stage, you want to go ahead and take another microfiber towel. I'm not going to condition it right now because I only do that basically every other month or so, but I just clean my leather. So you don't want to condition all the time, but when you do, you're just going to put a dab on your towel, wipe it into your leather just like you're cleaning it. Make sure you go nice and smooth where it makes a smooth, shiny layer over it, and don't get in and drive it for an hour or two. Let it dry in or soak in afterward. So for the next step, and I apologize for not putting that in there. It just I recently did it, and honestly I'm out of it right now. I use Adam's leather conditioner, and I just put in an order for some more. So we're going to move on to the vinyl and plastic. Basically same step we used before. In fact, you can use the same towel because we're using the same chemicals we did on the leather. At least I am with the Adams. I'm going to spray down all my plastic in here, and I do this step afterward because if you are using the conditioner, this is a good time to wipe it off from the plastic and stuff using your cleaner. So we'll go ahead and start cleaning the plastic down. I'll typically spray the rag and just wipe, the area. Get your cup holders good, clean them out. We're going to come later on and clean the glass. This is where I'm different than other people in that I clean my glass last, and I use a glass wipe. Because there will be overspray and stuff from cleaning and shining the glass or the dash. So I typically, because of the hard angle of the Camaro, I typically like to come back later on with the glass cleaner and clean up any overspray I had with the so I'm not going to bore y'all with this too much, but just make sure you cover every plastic, rubber piece you have in the car. Clean it off good with the Adams or whatever interior cleaner you're using, and give her a wipe down. She should have a, basically a clean, matte looking finish afterward. It's clean from any shine or debris, anything like that. Alright, in this step, because I didn't use the leather conditioner, I did go ahead and use the leather cleaner and interior cleaner on all the plastic pieces in the car. Basically, you want to clean anything in the car that's plastic, all the way from one side to the other and the back. And also, if it has been a while since you've cleaned the car and you've got some dust buildup, you can take these brushes I got. I think they were 10 bucks at AutoZone. I saw them on Amazon too, very cheap, but just some interior or some detailing brushes. It's got a little point. You can get into cracks and stuff, get any kind of dust out if it has been a while. Ooh, some nasty crap right there. Look at that. Just shows you. But you get into stuff like that, then wipe it back off, and then shine it back up with your VRT. There's also some of them that have forks or whatnot. This allows you to get around your AC vents, and get any dust and crap off them, and give them a nice little clean up. Believe it or not, those little details like that go a long way, because I don't know if you can see this, but my car only has 5,000 miles, and you wouldn't believe the dust and crap that is actually accumulated in this vent and its garage. Another little trick you can do if you wanted to, where you're cleaning your vents, you could spray a little bit of interior detailer, just lightly on the vent or on the tip, and that's just going to basically help catch any kind of dirt or anything off that, and help clean it off a little bit better if you're having if it's real dirty and you need it. So make sure you get those vents all cleaned up, any cracks and so forth. You know, dust along your crack lines in the car, any crap out of them too. You should be getting pretty close to a clean looking car by now. Now what I typically like to do is take another rag, because you don't want to mix all your chemicals on the rags and stuff in this. And because I don't like a super shiny dash and stuff, I typically use the VRT that actually, I guess it's made for the exterior of the car, but I've seen somebody else use this on interiors while detailing. It makes it kind of a semi-gloss finish, which is really nice. It's not too shiny where it blinds you with reflection, but it gives it a nice look. So all we're gonna do, squirt some of this on a towel. I typically kind of push it in with my finger to get it into the towel. And then just wipe around any plastic. You'll see that it, make sure you wipe it to where it's a even layer. And another trick here, which I didn't do, which I need to do right now, is lower the window, because it'll get all over your glass there. And so lower your glass when you're doing this. I'm gonna have to get the keys, but makes it a little bit easier. All right, make sure you get everywhere in the car, your steering wheel, any plastic pieces you see in the car, make sure you cover with your VRT. This includes your dash, any plastic, doors, dash, center console, cup holders, anything in the rear, cover it all, anything plastic. It's not gonna hurt any of your buttons or any of the lettering on the buttons. It's okay to go ahead and cover them. But the big thing here is just make sure you get it even. So if it's not even, just continue wiping it, and you'll get it that way. As you're rubbing your interior with the VRT, you want to go ahead and make sure, as you can see here, you get a nice even layer across the whole surface. And I'll skip ahead so y'all don't get bored with this part. Alright, the next step, you want to take your glass wipes. Now that we've got the dash all shined up and so forth with our VRT, we want to go ahead and get our glass wipes. We're going to clean off the glass and go from there. And this is also a good time to clean the exterior of your glass, so you can see any marks or whatever that you missed. It's a good time to go ahead and do both sides. And once you finish up with the glass, we're going to finish it off by cleaning our seats a little bit. We're going to clean the Alcantara just kind of lightly, and this is just what I do month to month, just to kind of give it a wipe off. This isn't really a deep cleaning, like I said. To see that, you need to go out to Lethal Camaro's Alcantara video. He has some really good product that he uses on it, and works good. But what I do typically, I take my interior leather interior cleaner, and I'll just kind of lightly spray over it. And I'll take an interior brush and only going, you know, one direction, just kind of lightly give her a dust off with it and wipe all the interior crap off of it. And this is usually, even though it gets everywhere, and I'm going to have to re-wipe some areas, as you can see with the cloth. It's usually my last step, because I don't want to get in the car with this stuff, you know, drying on it. So I'll do this, and then I'll give her a final wipe off. You know, any crap that went everywhere. This usually gets most the dirt and crap off the Alcantara, which is all I'm trying to accomplish. Well, I'm going to do some finishing touches of stuff I skipped over just for video's sake, and I'll give you all some final shots in the car here. Almost forgot the most important part, right? We're going to get, one of the things I do just to add some scent to the cars, you know, I've got the monthly thing I get from Petrol Box, the car scent. It hangs on the rearview mirror. It'll lose scent, you know, within a couple weeks usually. And also, you know, I'll spray it, and I spray into the seats to get the scent. So I'll typically take it out, put a couple sprays on it, and I'll spray into the seat. But I'll buy some scent like this stuff from Chemical Guys, and I found this online and had to order it, and it actually smells really good. It's got a kind of vanilla perfumey smell to it, but it smells really good when you first get in the car. It just kind of hits you. It's called Stripper Scent from Chemical Guys, so good stuff. I'll spray it into the seats, front, give it 2 squirts in the back. Then I'll typically take out my my thing here. I'll typically just kind of give it a squirt, hang it back up. You're done. She'll smell for a couple days. Almost missed one important part here. If you are attending shows and stuff, you do want to, like I said, get every single nook and cranny. That isn't going to include your pedals. And what I would do with them is take your interior cleaner with the microfiber towel, give them a nice clean off, get all the grounding dirt and crap off of them, and then come back again with your, your VRT at the show, so it's not so slick driving there. But at the show, put on some VRT and shine it on up. And lastly, what I'll do is get some VRT, clean this off, and then come back when you're done and use some detail spray and clean off this whole thing here. Also the same thing for the inside of the door. Right here. Alright, just to give a finishing shot on the car here, we got the seats all cleaned up. If you use conditioner, they should be conditioned. Also another spot, I VRT'd right here, I failed to mention earlier. We got the doors all done. If you notice that VRT, if you can see from this video, just kind of leaves a kind of a semi-gloss. It's not a high gloss, but it seems to protect it really well. The dash, I went ahead and used glass cleaner on the touchscreen with the power off, also the gauge cluster. We got everything vacuumed, cleaned, shined. She's looking good. Full detail interior. Done. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, or if you've got any tips to share with me. Thanks for watching my videos. Be sure to stay tuned next week, and we'll have the final one of the series, which will be the polish and wax. Thanks for watching my videos. You all have a great week.